In the religious sacrament of reconciliation, the target is God, to beg God and ask God for forgiveness. How do you wrong your fellow man and go to another entity to ask for forgiveness? How does this work? Abusia, the fruit of our collective minds are what produce divine judgment, not what a priest says. I am required here to prepare your conscience to watch this from threefold perspectives. First, a person who has wronged society seeks forgiveness from the people he has wronged. And two, a man who has been wronged by society for being wrongfully convicted. And then three, what we all don't know. And that is what our guest is here to disclose. What took him to prison? Who was offended? And what you, the one watching me, think about their condition and their situation. My guests will tell us about their life behind bars, and you will share your collective thoughts in the comment section. Akwaba, oath to our guest. You are here to freely express regret, accept responsibility, change, seek restitution, or request forgiveness and alignment. But if society has wronged you, we are willing to listen willingly, express regret, accept responsibility, seek your forgiveness, and show respect. Which one do you stand for? Welcome to Life Behind Bars. I welcome you once again to Live Behind Bars. Let's welcome our guest for today and see what happens. We welcome you to our show, please.
Thank you, Maame.
Welcome. So, you know what we do here?
Yeah.
We want to know what happened to you, what took you to prison, and what you learned. In fact, your pain and everything. We want to know.
I woke up one morning where I used to sleep, what I used to wear, what I always eat as a food, and where I used to walk around changed. I find myself behind bars. 20 bad years. But what really took me to prison? Who caused it? How does it happen? By the way, I'm not here to point fingers at anybody, but let the truth be told, because it can equally happen to the youth outside there. My incarceration for 20 bad years, every day I say was a reason that a pastor misled me, a man of God. How does it happen? I was a young man working as an authorized dealer in MTN. I was affiliated to Microfinance Bank. This pastor in question, I have led him to the bank to take a loan for him. He couldn't even pay the loan on time, which I have to help him. As growing up in the Volta region, I realized that there was a problem as a young man, where those days you take photo, nothing like smartphones, and they have to wash it for you. And so I decided to put up a photo studio, so those from Togo coming to our area will stop. Having discussed this with my pastor, I have trust in him. Pastor Nekatremi me say, "Oh, be a auto machine." For close to 2 months, or the nipa ne number mami, and I mean nipa ne kasa, nipa ne so ompa or machine. For 2 months, whilst I was processing the loan at the bank, I took the loan, and I say, "Pastor, this is the money. Let's go to the place where they sell the machine, because you know the man. I don't want to share tears here." My pastor joined me in the same car We left our place to Accra. By 6 a.m., we were in Accra. The man came up with his money coat from bed, gave us water, and I said, I'm here for the machine. And this man looked at me and said, give me the money. 6 months later, I will give you the machine. I turned and I look into my pastor and I say, are you aware of this? He said, yes, give him the money. He will give you the machine. And I say, Pastor, you know that this money is a loan money. How can we put a loan money with somebody for 6 months? How do we pay the loan? Because we have to pay weekly basis. I made a call to one of my brothers. This is the situation. He directed me to Abosokai where we got a car. And those days there was nothing like boat, so we use it for private car. If you want to go to a place you don't have a car, you can rent it. The car came back and broke down. Paying the loan has become a problem. The bank is now breeding threat. Yebechi were tumo. Manko prison da. Manko sell da. Mibisa we say, Udika or bank. Na yedu kokota. They say they will put you in prison. Wow. I went to the judge. I told him, I'm a young man. This is what happened. The judge said, come to court. I said, me, I won't even show up again. So I left the place. Lo and behold, I find a man who wanted to work with me, and he works with the Vodafone. And if you are an authorized dealer in MTN, you don't affiliate yourself with other networks. But because things were difficult, I have to join him. Close to 2 months, how to pay the loan? I have to talk to my boys. This is the situation. And they ask me, they know where the man keeps his items. So they'll go and bring the items, we sell and pay the loan.
Which man?
The Vodafone man.
Okay.
And they went. The items were picked and I was asked to go and pick them in a place. Out of fear, I took a young boy that let's go. So when we were talking, the boy was listening. We picked the items and we left. Later on, he told somebody, this is what we pick. And the person said, then I'm connected to the man. Later, the police took hold of me because I was trying to settle the loan at the bank.
Can you tell us the kind of items you picked?
It was Vodafone scratch card. Yeah, that was it. Vodafone scratch card, and that was what they put. And
worth like how much? Looking at it,
what we took that time was 1,500 cedis. God is my witness. 1,500 cedis. And I was apprehended, sent to the court. The man actually is also a Pentecost elder. On also say on check that. Sorry, Peggy. Pastors have gone, chiefs have gone, or see on check. And no, and they make up prison 20 years. Now, day one now, muchemeno. Police for the miko about 4 town. Until say war 18 ha. Omo the miko to say kaswa. E the miko to a dime bimo. Me do hono. Me die to say kola. Me ni nearby. Abra omu wie masem no. Judge nankasa hu say asemi say akoi etumi Kenya ni ho a anka ye betumi aye bibi, but bibi ni ho a ye betumi aye at that time. And I had me go to Pando local prisons for 20 years. I was 20 years ni mono. Ye had me free Pando local prison. Edi me kon Sawam. Na die bakwa eye wanwa. Da omude me free prison or Pando no. Na me mami ni me father omubae. They came. And I saw these elderly people crying and asking, where are they taking you to? I said, I knew not where I was going. Pastor na mi di nechi wamba mesra mi da. Masuma nkrofo nyama nko ye wamba da. Se anka o kachire mi se nipa no eni machine na mi nko jibosi a edi mi betu tight corner meko akoya ade a ensese mi ye. Na mi do prison no. Mi remu pe nkrofo bi wo ho a me who for a very long time. I haven't seen them before. The moment I get to the prison, and I saw those faces in the prisons, and I asked them, what are you doing here? And they also asked me, what are you also doing here? Then I realized that there are two places in life, mortuary and prison. When you are looking for somebody, and you don't see the person for long, they might either be in these two places. I entered into the prisons, and that night, when you put your foot on the ground, it says touch. Now from you now you chaka 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 chaka. Senya yedida sana jono obi ti waha obi nine waho. Na obi edini nine echemu because na ye dosu wo dine bakumu. Na sa dine no ankasa no ye di margarine rubber edi two corner bakumu. Ena ye di Veronica bucket edi two one place. Ena ye di cap sisu. Ti so pesa ojunso a ube fa cap na junso gumu. Then you pour it in the Veronica bucket. In the same room, if you have a stomach upset, you have to go through the same process. Abraham Krofo. Prison is not a good place. Prison can never change anybody. It rather hardens the heart. Because he said, wow, catch wrong who said, I need to change. But for the worse, the officers, prison and sisa obia. Prison ebema waswa ye din. And when I meet say, so be catch any say, you will go to prison and learn. I realize it is a misquotation. Because there is nothing good in prison that you will learn. Nothing good. First time I made menu cocaine. I was prison. A free na buy. First time ube unsen crofo di we a good chance suit to say plate suit a chin a tongue a prison. And so ye chin crofo be because of we in our mother prison. Meaning papa bi okonum we one row ye manu 14 years. Ube do prison no ye wo 1 kilo 2 kilo e wo prison mo. We have been massaging the issue of the prisons. But destinies are dying in prisons. Mikai guy be a prison. Then they couldn't go prison. Or that 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Or konum blue. Bama. Ponko edro. Edro na yedi ma ponko. Ase omu yemrenu. Enu na omu to prison. Or the mixi rash. Enu onum ye o die. The breath ceased. And the guy died. Prison. Nkrofua omu fa prison na omu wu. So omu abonti anka omu wu. Yare bia eku nkrofo. Mikai officer bia oye doctor. Uhunu a obedwin se sebi wanya ace. Ti wo koni hona wo ka kire se wo yare wu a. Edina yedi tunu ni say I seek past you. Because uhun doctor nankasa senia wa fon a. Ubu sampa onu kra wo yare so. Mikai President John Mahama ni first time Oba prison honomo. There was one room where they asked all of us to enter so that the president will see that we are many. And they asked the president to look at the numbers. But that wasn't the reality. It is a deception. Se uwo krona pese obian hu krona ebe kese.
Ebe te wonai.
And one of the things the prison authorities are doing is they are covering up too much. They are covering up too much. Meka umbeyi medi enti wonka. Na yedi President John Mahama ko bebi ankrofo yare no. Mami Grace. We have elderly men what to eat in the infirmary, which we call hospital, is a problem. Even what to wear is a problem. When President Mahama was going to the hospital, they changed their bed sheet white, and gave them white new prison uniform. And when the president went inside, and you watch the videos, the whole place was very neat.
But what would they get out of this deception? Because you are taking care of people. Nobody wants to see anybody die. The president is coming to see your problems and help you. So why would they hide their problems? Is it that they want the people to die? What is it about?
Dress the people nicely. And I wish one day the president will give the prison
a surprise visit.
A surprise visit. Let the president give the prison a surprise visit. Enter into the prison and go to the backyard and see the number of weed, number of cigarettes, drugs. See how people are dying in the infirmary. We are talking about destinies here. We are not joking with destiny. The people are not brought to the prison to be molested and killed. They are brought for reformation. Ukoka, now they will attack the people inside. But that is not the reality. And when you look at these old men who were dressed neatly, you ask yourself, who are you deceiving? If it is your own children, will you treat them like that?
That's why I want to know the point. Because if the presidents come and see the problems, they rather help you. Makes your job easy. So why would they, put up that behavior? Do you get what I'm saying?
Very well. That is the question all of us should be asking. Left to me alone, I will say that even the feeding fee, they shouldn't increase it. The 1 cedi 80 pesos is enough. Me. Because 90% of inmates, prisoners, don't eat the food.
Why?
When I was in Tando, there was one guy who was very rough. He said he needs his money. So they were giving him his money every day. The food is no good. And the caliber of people per adventure who find themselves, they cannot live by that food. People are 35 in one room and you brought 18 banku. How will they share it? I'm not lying. If we are 35, then give 35. Why do you give 19 banku?
So why would they give 19 banku?
They give 19 banku because the prison authorities are aware that these people will not eat the food.
How bad is the food that people will not eat? Because somebody is locked up there. No choice. They have to survive. So they will eat anything. So if they don't eat it, then there is something wrong. Why would they not eat but prefer to be in hunger? That the prison authorities are aware that because of that, they won't bring 30 banku. They will bring 19 banku.
It is because it is not enough. And not that it is not enough. They are aware that even if we give them 5, the people will not complain because they won't eat. They know that this thing is not something that the people will love to eat, except you don't have anybody.
So these drugs, because I know entering the prison yard is very tough and difficult. So how did all these drugs and weed and all these things, ponkwedro, how are they in there? Who is selling them? Is it the prisoners? Who is responsible for this? Getting inside there.
The truth of the matter is the prison is also a human institution. So, like you have workers here, you have people who are very close to you, who you will like. That is how it is. Officers like some inmates. So if you say, don't bring this inside this studio, somebody will use your influence to bring it. That is what is happening. Again, some of the officers also see it as a means of making business. How many officers have they not arrested with weed? Officers themselves bringing weed into the yard. Mami Grace, I have witnessed and I have seen not one, not two, not three destinies died, not because they were sick, not because something happened, because they have pumped weed and cigarettes into their anus and it is not coming out, it is locked. Go to Kolebu and make enquiries. Go to Kolebu, make enquiries. How many operations they have done in anus for prisoners?
Removing
cigarettes and weed.
Oh my God.
There are people who don't even know how to, excuse my language, put their finger into their anus. Now they have gone to prison. One afternoon, we call something 4x4, where 4 people will squat at one place and poo-poo. And sometimes in the afternoon, everybody is inside. So some of us, we have the privilege to walk around. Then I chance upon one young guy. Mami Grace, your bottle, water bottle, the 3 there, somebody can put it in the anus. I'm not lying.
Water.
This water bottle beside you.
Carrying what?
You can show that water bottle.
Yeah.
The one beside you, show them. This one, 3. Inside,
carrying what?
This one can go inside the anus.
They just want to insert it there.
Yes.
Or there's something in it.
We, not the bottle. I'm talking about the size of the weed.
Okay.
And the size of the cigarette. 3. And when it locks, they take them to. Mami Grace, there was one guy who did an interview. As he stands now, he has a tube. He went as a healthy guy. These issues must be addressed. He went as a healthy guy. He came out from the prison with a tube on his tummy. That is where he pooped through the tube.
Because
of he has pumped weed, he couldn't come out. Who took the guy out? Which officer took him out? How did the officer allow him to put this into his anus?
3
questions must be asked. Mami Grace, one day take your cameras, get a place. When you look at people from outside going to work and they are coming, like
the prisoners when they go, they take them out to go and work.
Obi to me ba no osu keke. Ubi san said then why fine sa no osu. Why fine insa kwanu. There are people who went outside gang in the morning. When they are coming back, you have to carry them at your back. Want to me Nancy BM. This person's mother don't know how to drink. Onia kolabi na onia kolabi na koda eno muchi ni back prison. Sisi ohun se ni aye numusa o prison. Otumi numsa aye fine say obi somebody must carry him. I'm saying this thing so passionately. Somebody must carry him. No ye din so gunisu. Pour water on him. The following day he will go again. Before he finish his sentence, he has become a drunkard.
Oh my God.
And you see, I'm going to talk about certain things. The prisons we are seeing, some of them have influenced by our slave masters. And when we talk about our slave masters, some of the people that died in those places, they are spirits. The torture they went through before they died in that prisons or in those castles, those forts that were now transferred into prisons. And some of the prisons that they built, the kind of things they bury. And now who could do prison bia? Who ye penya? Ye will get a ye be mau. Kutu. Ba unyo bia. Ye will get a ye be mau. So kutu. Bebri. Prison is not a good place. Prison is not a good place.
If prison is not a good place and people are still committing crimes, and we feel we want to do something to change them, or what do you think we should do? You've been there before.
For crime will be with us forever. But let me make one example. When you go to prison as a young guy, there are certain people, Ghana now, if you do sodomy or you sodomize somebody, they give you 25 years, 20 years. What could you do? Now you jail you. Is that prison? Because so be could you and now be a kola. Do we have systems in place to psych the person? Now you actually na jail say papa or your papa. Minimum sophobia sikao. He died in the prison. Jerusalem. He was in Tema here. You hear his gay case. Oba prison. Uya kola oba pe. No, the sika dada. Opeso di utrumu.
Ewo hoso.
Ewo ho. So the question is that. The question is that. And you say you are putting people in prison. Are you also working on them before putting them in prison? Because if somebody has sodomized and you send the person to prison, and you don't check the mind, he will still do the same thing there. If somebody is smoking weed and you catch the person at the ghetto and all you know is to give the person sentence, the person will get to prison. When he gets weed, he will smoke again.
The weed is there. The sodomy is there. That place he will do it because he know he's condemned. He will finish others, the innocent ones.
So the system must be put in place where before we convict people, we work on them.
That is what they try to do, that they put you in prison so you are being worked on. Is that not the case?
That is not the case. They put you in prison to suffer, not to work on you. There is no method. Nothing is working. Logistics, zero. Infrastructure, zero. Help, zero.
If I smoke weed, they took me to prison, and now I went to prison and the weed is there.
Plenty.
Where they have charged me, or baby I actually me because of my money.
Me say, let the authorities go to the prison without any notice. Last Saturday, Mahama was there. Before he got there, everybody knew he would be going there. Let them go inside without notice and see things for themselves.
Or they can still disguise themselves or take others just to enter there and see things.
And you will see stories upon stories.
So this sodomy thing, is it something that is going on there seriously?
It is there.
And would you be forced to get into it, or it's...
You are not forced. We have
some proposal out of frustration. You take it.
Category of people who have that fraternity. And they can even fight because of they call it a girl.
A boy girl?
Yes. Mami Grace, there was one evening they brought one guy, a Mufodite. He has both sex organs.
Ooh.
That evening, the moment, you know, when you get to the prison, they will see your nakedness and put it on record. So whilst they were checking his vitals and they checked his nakedness and they saw that he has both male and female penis and vagina, the boys there sent the information down. That evening, come and see. Everybody is rushing.
Oh,
they have to quickly take the guy to the hospital to sleep there.
Because everybody was having sex with him.
Everybody was rushing to be his friend. So they can take advantage. This one is not, and this one is a correct woman who is in.
Oh, and they don't have prison for those people.
They don't have any place for them.
And if they take him to the women's side, he will also go and do them.
Another trouble.
Oh my God.
For over, we are getting to 60 years now. And we are not thinking about destinies. All we are thinking about is punishment.
So in a simply put, your own, were you charged for robbery or stealing? Because you got 20 years. How many years were you given? Were you sentenced?
Initially, I was charged with causing harm. Then they changed it to robbery. So I was charged for robbery.
So you were given
20 years.
20 years. And did you serve all of it?
No. I went back to court. And the court said I should go home.
So how long were you there?
Close to 15 years.
15 years? Yes. How old were you then?
22.
Okay, so right now, looking at the people in prison, their age, which one bothers you a lot? Yes,
you have asked a very good question. Before, when they tell you that somebody has gone to prison, it's when you look at the people, elderly people. But I'm telling you, make a survey to the prisons in Ghana, the 41 prisons, 18 years to 30 years is the highest, about 80%. Destiny, the future of this nation is lying in prisons. No job for the youth. Nothing. No plan for the youth. You will see 18, 19, young boys. They are in prison. And it is sad. What a nation we are building. And you will look at every home, there is a prisoner. Every home, every family, there is a prisoner. Because we are only interested in building prisons.
So we hear some churches building prisons. When you hear those things, what comes into your mind?
I get provoked. And I felt without apology they were misled. One of the fathers whose songs went viral on every platforms, even, I'm using the word even because when we talk about the clergy, the pastors, we see them in quotes as the most holiest of holiest. We are seen like that. Even raises his songs on altars. I think he wrote that song that we are only interested in building the prison.
They won't build no schools anymore. All they build will be prison.
Only building prison. They were misled. Because if there is anything you will build, you would have put up work and stuff for the prisons. They have seen that the agenda of building the prison is different because when they build the prison, they also put their church there. So they put the prison, and I'm going to be straight because we are talking about destinies. They put Pentecost church. If you are a Roman Catholic and you go there, that means you are forced to go to Pentecost church. Conversion.
Wow.
Because there is no other church in that particular prison that was built.
It is owned by them.
It is
you are
owned by
forced
them.
to join them. That one too is become political.
And aside that, I'm told they want to help people out of prisons.
Okay.
I pray it works. And they bring evidence for us to see that indeed they are helping. But building prison, Ghana should put a stop to it and think about destinies.
I want you to tell me this before we continue. So you were charged for robbery.
Yes.
And you robbed 1,500 scratch card, Vodafone scratch cards. Am I correct?
Yes.
And you were sentenced to 20 years imprisonment.
Yeah.
Now, you went there when you were very young.
Yeah.
Between 20 and 22. Now, tell me 4 painful things you think that when you see in prison, now that you are out, you can't sleep about it.
There are so many things in the prison, but like you said, 4. Number 1, if you are in prison and you are sick and you don't have money, because it happened to me, where I have to use my own money. Mommy Grace, I was playing ball, I got fractured on my hand. I have to use my own money from Isawam to Koforidua. People got sick. If you don't have your own money, nobody will take care of you. You will die. If you can't take care of them, then find a way to manage the institution. I have seen a lot of people died. That is 1. 2, being somebody who is very spiritual, if you go to prison and somebody dies, the burial is sad. Whether you are a Muslim or you are not a Muslim, I bring Muslim because we know it is Muslims that are okay burying someone with cloth or a blanket. But in the issue of prisons, when your family will not come for you, the burial is sad. Put blanket on you. I haven't seen anybody handcuff before, but I've heard they even handcuff people before they bury them. And sometimes you look at these boys, they go and use cutlass, dig some hole, drink alcohol, and then they put you in some hole. No befitting burial. Every soul needs a befitting burial. Whether criminal or righteous, when you die, you should be given a befitting burial.
So they bury you just like that?
They bury you.
Do they have cemetery there?
They go to the cemetery. Sometimes even I learned the back there. They have a land all around. There was a time 3 people died. This one died, this one also died. They pack all of them. The family said they are not interested, because when they call the family and they say they are not interested, they pack all of them at one place and just go and bury them somewhere.
So that is 2.
That is 2. Another thing I would want to change about the prison is the issue with the officers.
Some of them?
Yes, some of them. They play the major role in what is happening in the prisons. If I say the officers, some of them, they don't have value for lives in the prisons. When you come to prison, it happened to me myself, where officer doesn't even care whether you are okay. Mommy Grace, there was a time they said somebody was carrying cocaine. They transferred the person to my cell. The person speaks my language. We became friends. I have privileges in the prisons. When they sleep, I don't sleep. And somebody said, I have been keeping cocaine for the person. And when they came, I was going out, they searched, they didn't see anything on me. They have to go and put me at lockup. Because some of the people who are officers, they are not professionals. The reason why I say officers is because some of the appointments and some of the recruitment that are going on, they just put people there. This is not a marketplace. This is dealing with human beings. So we need professionals in the prisons. We need officers who are professionals to work in the prisons. We don't just need people whose families have influence in the government and can push them into the service. Then they should go to other places. The final thing I will talk about is when people are going on discharge. Another means why people go back to the prisons. Maame Grace, I was convicted in the Volta region. But assuming I went to Volta region, but I live in Accra. I came to Accra to buy something and I commit a crime. And they arrest me. I was arrested and sent to court. I only came to do business in Accra.
Nobody will know.
Yes. But when I am going on discharge, they will say that, where did they arrest you? You say Accra. So they give you Accra lorry fare. Nsawam to Accra or Nsawam to Tema because you were arrested in Tema. Meanwhile, I don't stay in Accra. So going back to the Volta region is a problem. So you will see that a lot of people were just arrested at the scene. They've gone to a place to commit a crime, and they were arrested there. Now, when you are arrested, that is the money they will give you. How to manage to go home is a problem. So I am thinking, looking forward, they should partner with GPRTU or TUC, where they can even have a card. When somebody is discharged,
you can go and sit in the village car and go.
When you get
like
to the
Abrochi, when you are deported, they put you in a plane and they bring you.
So any place the person wants to go, GPRTU send you there. Then they will find a way of paying into the account of the GPRTU. Do you know that there are some people, it's time to leave the prison 10 o'clock. They will wait 3 before they leave. Why? Because there is no money to give them to go to the house.
The rich people in Ghana, they should buy buses for them.
Abuse of human rights. They will keep you, there is no money.
But you've been jailed. What right do you think you have? You don't even have the right over your own sleep.
Yes.
Not to think of what you eat. You are talking about human rights.
It is one of the things looking forward they should change.
I have interviewed a few people. They are also saying that the prison gave them the opportunity to go to school. They are now graduates and all that. Some are carpenters. And I learned there are professions there that you can learn. What about that? Okay, name 3 good things that is in prison. 3 good things. These are 4 painful things to you. So tell me 3 good things.
It's sad to mention good things in prison, except you decide yourself. Why do I say that? There is a carpentry shop in the prisons. There are tailoring shops, and they brought school into the prisons. I have one guy who had been to the tailoring shop for long. When he was going, we have to buy him dress to wear. It's difficult to mention good things in the prisons. All the things you see as good in the prisons are decisions taken by the inmates themselves. When the opportunity comes. When somebody works at the tailoring shop for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and the person is leaving, he sews officers' uniform for them for 5 years. This person is going out. The authorities have not created any account that you are sewing our uniform. So as you have served for 5 years, this is the money we have for you in your account. When you go establish yourself or buy a sewing machine for one person to set as an example for others to also say that, oh, if I can go to prison and I will get sewing machine to start life, I won't go back to crime again. They won't do it. When you finish your sentence, you go. Nobody has any problem with you. The same as carpentry shop. Nobody buys tools for anybody. Nobody supports anybody.
But at least you have a career. What about that?
Most of the people who works there are people who have that skill already.
It's not that they are teaching anybody. What about education? I interviewed a pastor here who said he's now a graduate.
I am a beneficiary of the education.
Okay. So what about, is that not good?
I went to the school. I graduated with a degree. But the question is, after the graduation, you come out, how will you get employed?
Why can't you get employed?
Because in this nation, if you are an ex-convict, you are not permitted to work in any government department.
Oh, okay.
So if you government have allowed institutions to open schools in the prisons, and you are not allowing them to be enrolled and to work in your department, you want the private sector to rather employ them.
That's the point.
You are true. It's a scam. Number 2, the schools we are talking about in the prison, I stand on a record. It's not a prison initiative. It is not a government initiative. We have a school from primary that was initiated by an ex-convict.
Ooh.
He started teaching people gradually, and it became a school in Sawam.
Okay.
Then they took it. Then they registered them. But this university we are talking about, the Visioneer, the Pioneer, is an NGO.
Okay.
Let's get it clear here.
Wow.
It's an individual who took it upon himself to facilitate funds and pay for the fees of the inmates.
Wow.
And they get affiliated to the prisons.
So and we ourselves there, the prison there, we have nothing there. As a country.
We have nothing. Even the shops, nothing is there. No, nothing is there. Tailoring shop, go and see. Carpentry shop, go and see the machines there.
Okay, so
another thing I want to talk about. You will see every time people going to do donations and churches and going to the prisons.
Yes.
God loves you. Put pictures on social media. We have visited them. And some of them have been in the system for so long. They only know inmates when they are inside. Because it is inside that they will go and take pictures and whether make their money or whatever.
What are you saying?
I'm coming again.
Okay.
When they take their pictures and send to their people, that is when they get their money. But when an inmate comes, a pastor can be very close to you as an inmate when you are inside. Come outside. You will call his number. He won't answer your call again.
Wow.
The same people that goes to the prison to preach, when you come out, they have rejected you. They are afraid of you. They are not ready to welcome you home. It's a very sad thing. And looking forward, any institution or any ministry who is not ready to build with people. Allen Prison Ministry has built a place where inmates can start farming after prison. But I say, Mami Grace, I have spent 15 years in prison and I came out. 15 years, things have really changed. Fixing into the system is very difficult. They will open you, fix into the system. Do we also have a place where people can be diagnosed? You are now going to the situation, the system. This is how the system is working. This is how things are going. Be very careful. Nothing like that. They just push you into the system. If you survive, you survive. If you go back, you go back.
No problem. If you go back to the prison, that one to your own problem. But is it true that when you people go to the prison, some of you go and learn bad things, robbery, drugs and all that? So when you see an ex-convict, you have to be careful. Should we open up and help them, or we should be scared of them? Be honest with this question. This
is a difficult question to answer, because I have seen ex-convicts who were taken by certain individuals to support them, and they turn against the people and harm them. I have also seen individuals who were taken and they were able to live a good life. We cannot predict the future of an ex-convict.
That is what makes it very scary.
Very scary.
And why do they, all of them, come out as pastors? Because when they come out, they are pastors. And they love God more than everybody. And I mean, they know God more than everybody.
I think when you get to prison, there are only two things: the mosque and the church. The only place where you can do church and you can do mosque is the prison cells. You have nothing. Even if you don't know how to pray, you will learn how to pray. And certain people discovered their gifts. And some also see it as, okay, everybody goes to prison and become a pastor, so I also want to become a pastor. And at the end of the day, you will see that if they don't have a proper mentorship, they backslide. Because that is not their field.
Now, how are they going to get the mentorship? The very people who come and preach to you, you come up, they are supposed to mentor you. And you call them and they don't pick. So how do you get mentorship?
And some also, when they come out, they just want to jump in and start ministry themselves.
Because nobody will employ them, according to you.
Yeah.
You are watching Live Behind Bars with Maame Grace. So, right now, your own case, the pastor who put you in this condition, when you went there, your family, and anything that happened to you, the officers, is there any pain in your heart? Is there anybody that hurt you so much that you wish you could let it go? But when you think about it, it's not easy for you. Is there any pain?
Yeah. You know, I use phone in prison. And one time, I got linked to a lady. And it was promising. She comes to visit and stuff. Promising to marry. Families were aware. In fact, we've done certain things. Yeah, whilst I was inside. She's a nurse at Kolebu. We've gone far. And one time, one of my spiritual fathers, who is also an archbishop, came to the prisons. And when he was coming, I asked the lady to come. Then I introduced to him.
You introduced your lady to your spiritual father, the archbishop.
Yeah. I said, Daddy, this is I use the word wife. We've gone far.
If both families are aware and...
Not just aware. Not just aware. The family moved to come and ask for her hand.
Oh, okay. She was aware of where you are.
She comes there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we finished the program and he left.
And you introduced her to your godfather, the archbishop.
Yeah. I was there one time, close to Valentine, Chocolate Day. The archbishop called. He said, son, it's Valentine and I want to take your woman out. I don't know what really happened. I said, Father, since I'm not around and you are not around, let's not start anything that we cannot finish. When you are not around and I am not around, then who will take her the next time? So please don't take her out. If not, whatever she's going to see there, next Valentine, she might go alone. He said, okay.
You might lose her.
Maame Grace, they went on the Valentine. Emma Kasa. So the lady made a statement, and I'm very critical about words. Then I pick a note out of the word. Then I send my younger brother, go to the house, pick the lady's phone. I will send you the archbishop's number. Check their chat and see what is happening. So he went. I've not heard from him. Then quickly, I saw a lot of messages coming on my phone. He forwarded their chats, the hotels and their naked pictures.
The archbishop, your spiritual father.
He sent it to me. Then he used the lady's phone on his chat to start chatting the archbishop and insulting him. So the archbishop started calling. Then the lady came in. Why did he do that? Then I picked the phone. Then I asked my brother to go. Then the lady, all she has to say is that the archbishop said he lost the wife 7 years ago. If I know it's not a proper archbishop and stuff. Recently, there were a lot of issues. If I mention the name right now, there was a lot of issues surrounding him with a certain woman of God. He who has an ear, let him hear. Maame Grace, It was sad. One of the pains I've ever experienced in prison. What are you going to tell the family? And they have continued, and the lady started misbehaving. And then we have to send everything back.
Oh.
So I lost her.
So your spiritual father took your supposed
And she
wife.
couldn't even manage her again. She left her.
He just slept with her.
And left her.
Didn't care about your condition and position. Wow.
It was sad.
So can you forgive this bishop? So which one are you holding? The woman or the bishop?
Both.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Can you forgive them one day?
Sure.
Okay. Because of what you just said, let me ask you, I have sat on an issue. In natural fact, let me say a bit. There's a woman who came to me that the husband he's about marrying is in abroad. They make video calls and all that. Now, the husband said they are bringing things for their marriage and cars to sell. So the woman gave 300,000 Ghana for the things, the container they are making. Now, when the money went, now he's not hearing from the husband again. So he brought the name for me to check. I checked and I told the woman that the man, the name you've given me, the person is not in abroad, he's in prison. They have planned engagement and everything. But the woman knows that the man is in abroad. I won't mention name. There is this pastor on this Pinterest Road who claimed calls angels. The woman went there and the pastor called the angel for the woman, and the angel said, I am a liar, saying that the person is in prison. Back forth. They realized that this person that took 300,000 cedis from this woman he's about marrying, they make phone calls, so video calls and all that. It's not actually in Abrochi, but it's in someone's prison. You were there for 15 years. Have you heard about things like this before? Is it true?
Yeah. One of the saddest thing I have experienced again is the privilege given to prisoners, and they are abusing it. Most of the fraud comes from the prisons. Serious frauds comes from the prisons. And it's an advice to the public to open their eyes. Most of the frauds we are seeing comes from the prisons. Directly from the prisons. So what you are saying is not something strange to me at all.
Wow.
It's really happening. From mobile money fraud, from malam, from boga, from drug, fita.
They can turn into malam and all that.
They use their staffs. You would think in malam, they can call you Mommy Grace, somebody brought your picture for me to kill you. So pay money or I kill you. Some pretend to be buggers and a lot of staffs.
So why can't we be afraid of ex-convicts? If he's doing that inside, he comes out and you want to help, why are you not going to be afraid?
The truth of the matter is, we have the bad ones there.
Yeah.
And we have some also that misfortune led them there.
We've said a lot, but
let me conclude and say that when we come out and we say prisons has benefited us as helpers, it is in this form. Let's get it. Everybody look at prison as a bad place. So whatever it is I've gained from there, I should just use it to cover up the bad news. So if I sit, I say prison helps me, prison do this and that. I'm just trying to silence the negative part of the prison. Yeah.
Okay, so before you go, if the president of Ghana should give you authority to work in the prisons, very quick, 3 things you would change immediately and 3 things you will implement immediately.
One of the things I will implement, there are a lot of people who are legally married. They are legally married, and before they come out from the prison, marriages are collapsing. because probably they don't have the time to have intimacy with them. Other countries, they have that privilege. That should be considered. Because families and lives are traumatized. Women cannot actually wait like that. It is something we must consider. That is one of the things.
We should
If
have
you are
some
legally
hotel
married,
around.
if you are legally married before the situation, they should have a time where you spend time with your wife. Let your wife come. Make love to your wife. Because the people stealing our money are with their wives having sex with them. Our money. Not that me offending a brother, you will deny me and my family. Another thing I will carefully observe or implement is the issue of how people are brought into prison. Because the moment they carry police warrants, they will accept you into the prisons. The prisons must work hand in hand with the police.
And investigate the warrant properly.
Properly. Properly. Because I was a victim. I was a victim. Another thing I will carefully check on the prisons is to separate the crimes. Yeah, the crimes.
If it is small, you have your place. If it is big, you have your place.
Very
so
well.
the big ones will not affect the
So
small
that
ones.
people who do you know one of the notorious armed robbers in Ghana? I won't mention name. The most notorious armed robber that we know in Ghana. He was a driver. He was arrested for careless driving. Check his history very well. He was arrested for careless driving into the cell. When he got to the cell, the armed robbers in the cell helped him to bail him. Then he was bringing them food in the cells. Then they became friends. They realized he can drive well and he's a good driver. So they started using him as a driver. From the driver, he realized that driving alone will not fetch me money. These people are getting a lot of money. So he also started from careless driving to where he is.
Robber.
Yes. We need to separate them.
We need to separate them indeed. I learned some people even groom others. So you go and you work for them from inside, from outside. Anyways, and these are things you will implement, the things you would actually abolish immediately from the prisons. What are those?
To abolish in the prisons.
Immediately.
Immediately. There is something we call amnesty, presidential pardon, and I don't know, general remission. Somebody has killed, he has murdered and was condemned. When amnesty comes after 10 years, it will affect the person. So they will move him from condemned to life, from life to sentence, and from sentence home. Somebody is serving 50 years. That 50 years, you have no amnesty. You will serve the whole 50 years. Probably you haven't even killed anybody. Somebody killed someone, and they say kill the person. You will grant that person an amnesty. The person who has just is serving a sentence, that one will not affect the person. So it's possible that the person serving 50 years will still be there. And the one who has committed murder will leave him. That must be considered. Amnesty must be properly watched. Initially, it wasn't so. Somebody changed it. A government changed it. So if I have the power, I will revisit what was there, where everybody has the equal rights.
That is one.
Another thing I will change about the prison is their visits. Oh, Maame Grace, if your family comes to visit you and they don't have love for you, they won't come again. The bread, all in the name of SBIT. The food, all in the name of SBIT. and how these young girls, your mothers can feed, they can take care of them. How these young girls who are searching can talk to our mothers and insult them only because their son or their husband is in prison. It's sad. If they don't have love for you, they won't come again. The visit must be regulated. It must be regulated.
Last one.
The last thing I will check is the destiny of those who go out to work. Let's put a strategy. The people have gone for outside labor. The outside labor, you pay. People don't go outside for free. In other countries, when people are going out, they have money. On their records. But in Ghana, you will work and work and work. When you are going, you don't have any money. They will use you to work. There are a lot of things they are doing. Temamoto Way, they are doing Accra and Sawam Road. Ask me how many inmates are working there. You will see them weeding under bridge, going to officers' homes to work for them. This is the hard labor that they are paying, Mami Grace. Government is feeding them. Go and work. They are working in officers' bungalows.
Maid servants.
Washing bowls. They go to officers' home to wash their utensils. Is that what? Because let's look at this, Mami Grace. We are close to 14,000 prisoners in Ghana. 14,000 prisoners in Ghana. Let's go to the previous record. 1 cedi 80 pesos. Calculate 1 cedi 80 pesos times 14,000
a day. Wow.
Calculate it a week. Calculate it a month. Calculate it a year.
That is massive.
That money, government can use it to do something. Somebody has stolen fowl, and you are giving the person 1 cedi 80 pesos
a day.
And they've convicted, the judge convicted the person 4 years. I will come to the judiciary. Government will take care of this person, calculate that money. What work is he working for government? Are we benefiting or we are losing as a country? We will go for loan and invest it in the prisoners. We will take the taxpayers' money, somebody who has suffered and go to training college, posted into northern region, some village, is working. Now you are taking tax to go and feed somebody. Those people should be employed. The inmates for hard labor should be given better jobs. Motorway, come and work. Factories, come and work. And stop washing bowls in officers' homes. And sweeping their compounds. Don't they have children? Don't they have children they can wash? Is that part of the hard labor? No, sweeping officers' home is not part of hard labor. And the judges must also consider their sentences. Not because people have influence. Somebody giving 15 years to 1 year because of influence. And somebody who is genuinely accused 4 years and is still there because no influence. We all seen it when they were walking around thanking people for releasing them. Influence. And those without influence and money are suffering in the prisons. Poor people are. It's sad.
My God. You are watching Live Behind Bars with Maame. Do you think we should find an ex-convict to come and host the show so that when they are lying or saying something that is not there, the person can figure it out? Since they are not employing them, don't you think if we leave this show for them to run, so we can pay them small, it will also help? What's your take? What's your take on that? Anyway, you are watching Live Behind Bars with Maame Grace. Please, your last words, advice you have for the public, your advice.
Prison is not a good place. In all your dealings, be careful. When the law gets hold of you and you don't have anybody, you will go through things you haven't seen in life before. Prison is not a good place.
Prison is not a good place. I learned that when I was on TV, the prisoners love watching me so much. In fact, they love me. Some of them get through to me. I get through to some of them. The little we can do, we are doing. We don't just show it. Were you watching me when you were inside?
We all benefited from you.
You all benefited. So is there anything you think Maame Grace can do to help the prisoners?
There are a lot of things Maame Grace can do, because
tell
Maame Grace...
Tell me, my people are watching. They will
Maame
join
Grace,
force with me and
you have influence. And when we hear about your show, a lot of people are eager to come on the show to talk, because Maame Grace show is one of the best show. We want you to use your influence. We know that the authorities won't be happy with this show. But you are not just doing this for popularity or fame. Maame Grace is already big. Maame Grace will not do life behind bars to gain fame. No, Maame Grace is big. And so we want you to use your influence to support the prison, support the ex-convicts, and begin to use this platform also to establish some of them who need help genuinely.
God help me. Which God? Maame Grace is God. God help me. We will try our best to impact all of us. So I think this is where we will end the show, unless you have a few things to add or something, or you feel you are okay.
I'm okay, please.
You are okay. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you.
I seriously appreciate it. Abusia, mama ye use show in here and lift your omo. Ye the more hosti. We can actually set them up. What's your take on that? What's your take? This is where we will end the show. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching Live Behind Bars with Maame Grace. This is not an interview. It is a kind of reconciliation thing we are doing for our brothers and sisters who have been behind bars. We will call lawyers and call judges also to come and give us their opinions about some of these issues and some of these matters. If we are able to set an office for lawyers that will help those who are not supposed to get lawyers, the reason they are in troubles, we are trying to do all that. If you feel you can support, you can come. Again, if you have support for any of the guests you are watching, you can get through to the office with description of what they came to talk about. Then we can. Is there anything you want the public to help you with? You are out now. What are you doing? What are your plans? And is there anything you wish the public should help you with?
I am into design and print services.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we get large format printer,
large format printer.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. So if you feel you can buy that for him, just get through to the office, and then we will connect you. Then you get it. This is the job. This is the job. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Shalom. Peace.